appears that we may be witnessing the potential downfall of Sean Diddy Combs, a man currently known as Love or Brother Love. However, his tumultuous past is rife with violence, death, and disturbing accusations ranging from grooming to sexual assault and even trafficking. Rising from a background dancer to one of hip-hop's most influential moguls, Diddy has consistently faced allegations of employing violence against not only his romantic partners, but also fellow artists. Most recently, Diddy found himself in a legal battle with his ex-girlfriend Cassie, who accused him of domestic violence, sexual assault, and trafficking. This includes disturbing allegations of coerced encounters with other individuals. Despite the gravity of these accusations, Diddy has somehow managed to shield himself from criminal investigations. Reflecting on his history, it becomes evident that numerous questionable actions by Diddy have been swept under the rug, shrouded in secrecy due to his immense influence. However, history repeatedly demonstrates that no one is immune to a fall from grace. No matter how influential, it seems that Diddy's influence might be waning. Brace yourself as this video delves deep into the unsettling allegations, discerning fact from fiction in the impending decline of Sean Diddy Combs. The concept of power can be defined in various ways, each with its unique perspective and impact. Born on November 4, 1969 in Harlem, New York City, Sean John Combs had a complex upbringing. His mother, Janice Combs, was a model and teacher's assistant, while his father, Melvin Earl Combs, had ties to Frank Lucas, the infamous New York drug kingpin inspiring the 2007 Denzel Washington film American Gangster. In 1972, Melvin's life was tragically cut short at the age of 33, with speculation suggesting he was targeted for being a police informant. Diddy graduated from Mount St. Michael Academy, achieving success in football and securing a division title in 1986. Given the nickname Puff in his youth due to his tendency to huff and puff, when angered, Diddy initially pursued a business degree at Howard University. However, he abandoned his studies in favor of realizing his aspiration to become a music mogul. During his college years, Diddy gained a reputation for hosting extravagant parties, drawing crowds of up to 1,000 attendees. It was at one of these parties that the 19-year-old Diddy reportedly encountered his mentor, Andre Harrell, the founder of Uptown Records. Harrell hired Diddy as an intern in 1990 and later promoted him to talent director. Yet Diddy's ambitions surpassed these roles, allegedly leading him to associate with dubious figures in the industry who promised him limitless wealth and influence. However, such a life comes at a cost. According to long-standing rumors, that cost involved a blood sacrifice. While working as an intern at Uptown Records, Diddy supplemented his income as a party promoter. His reputation for overselling venues allegedly resulted in a tragic incident at City College in Harlem, where 9 people lost their lives in a crowd stampede. As per a Source magazine report dated December 28, 1991, Diddy and Heavy D orchestrated a charity basketball game for AIDS at the City College gymnasium. Approximately an hour past the scheduled commencement, pandemonium erupted as over 3,000 individuals attempted to squeeze into the already crowded gymnasium. Tragically, 9 people were fatally trampled, with the youngest victim, 15-year-old Jabal Rainey. Notably, among the deceased was the pregnant girlfriend of rapper Father Mac, an artist signed to Diddy's Uptown Records. Dean Deal, later to become Diddy's personal bodyguard, was on security duty at City College that night. In a subsequent recollection, Deal conveyed how he cautioned Diddy about the need for more personnel to manage the entrance, foreseeing potential. However, Diddy dismissed the concern. In the same interview, Deal revealed that Diddy's associate, Jessica Rosenblum, was also present that night. They became trapped on the stairs after the chaotic situation unfolded. During the early 90s, Jessica Rosenblum stood out as a prominent female party promoter in the hip-hop scene, credited as the mastermind behind Diddy's renowned white parties in the early 2000s. Despite limited information about her personal life, conspiracy theories circulated about Rosenblum's alleged involvement in a secretive Hollywood society. At that time, Maria Davis was the only other significant female hip-hop music promoter in NYC. In a 2015 interview with Vibe magazine, Maria made intriguing comments about Jessica. Maria, being the only Black female promoter back then, expressed nervousness about getting people through the door. She implied that Diddy and Russell Simmons used Jessica, insinuating a deeper, possibly malevolent connection. When prodded by Vibe magazine to clarify her statement, Maria suggested that Jessica was linked to influential figures in the music industry, including Lyor Cohen, often referred to as hip-hop's malevolent puppet master. Maria highlighted that while she had to fight for her endeavors, individuals like Diddy seemingly had it easy due to their connections with Jessica and others in the upper echelons of the industry. This implies that Diddy adeptly networked and established significant ties with industry elites early in his career. In the era of the 1991 Stampede, Diddy existed in relative obscurity to the general public. Nonetheless, as his renown burgeoned, murmurs circulated, suggesting that the Stampede served as a peculiar ritualistic offering by Diddy to demonstrate unwavering commitment to fame and power before his superiors. Parallel to this, the aftermath of the 2021 Astroworld calamity, where 10 youths perished in the crush during Travis Scott's performance, prompted comparisons of Travis's response to that of Diddy during the 1991 Stampede. Essentially, both incidents were seemingly brushed aside as inconsequential. An intriguing tidbit emerged from an anonymous source, recounting that after the Stampede victims were dispatched to the hospital, Diddy lingered behind, engrossed in counting his wealth, seemingly unaffected by the tragic events. The specifics of the performance escaped me, but what caught my attention was the account of Diddy's associates discovering him tallying his riches in a secluded room after the 9 children had been hospitalized. Naturally, Diddy vehemently refuted these claims, though several individuals asserted witnessing this spectacle firsthand. Subsequent to the tragedy, numerous lawsuits alleging wrongful death and personal injury were filed, yet criminal charges never materialized against Diddy or other organizers. This incident purportedly played a role in Andre Harrell's decision to terminate Diddy's association with Uptown Records. Undeterred, Diddy orchestrated a strategic move in 1993 by establishing Bad Boy Entertainment, forging an alliance with Arista Records, and ushering in Christopher Wallace, known as Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls. The genesis of their collaboration transpired in '92, when Diddy expressed interest in meeting Biggie following a feature in the Source magazine. During this period, Biggie fostered a camaraderie with the burgeoning West Coast sensation, Tupac Shakur. According to Biggie's associates, the two shared a close bond, frequently socializing outside of their professional commitments, whether Tupac visited New York or Biggie journeyed to LA. However, their amity fractured after the 1994 Quad Recording Studios incident in Manhattan, where Tupac sustained 5 gunshot wounds. Tupac, convinced that the assailants were connected to Diddy and Bad Boy, believed Biggie possessed foreknowledge of the attack but chose not to warn him. Biggie staunchly denied any involvement or awareness of the planned assault. Both were present during the shooting, yet when the authorities arrived, Diddy exuded composure, while Biggie appeared genuinely shocked and distressed. This event served as the catalyst for intensifying the already strained relations between East Coast and West Coast rappers, ultimately culminating in the tragic deaths of Tupac in September 1996 and Biggie in March 1990. Despite official investigations, the murders of Tupac and Biggie remain unresolved, perpetuating a persistent suspicion among hip-hop enthusiasts that Diddy might have played a role in both untimely demises. In March 8, 1997, at a Soul Train Awards after-party organized by Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum in LA, Biggie and Diddy found themselves in attendance. The festivities were prematurely halted due to overcrowding, prompting Biggie to depart in 2 Chevy Suburban vehicles with his entourage. Seated in the front passenger seat alongside 2 companions, he made his way back to the hotel, with another individual assuming the role of the driver. Diddy embarked on his journey in an alternative vehicle, flanked by 2 personal guards, while the security director of Bad Boy trailed behind in a Chevy Blazer. As Biggie's SUV came to a halt at a red light, approximately 50 yards from the Peterson Automotive Museum, a black Chevy Impala pulled up alongside. The Impala's driver lowered the window, brandishing a firearm, and fired 4 shots at Biggie's vehicle. Swiftly, Biggie's entourage rushed him to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where surgeons promptly performed an operation. Despite their emergency efforts, Biggie Smalls succumbed to his injuries at 1:15 a.m., leaving a void at the young age of 24. Soon after, accusations surfaced, with fingers pointing at Diddy for orchestrating Biggie's demise. People contended that Diddy had pressured Biggie to visit Los Angeles. This speculation gained momentum amid rumors that Biggie intended to sever ties with Bad Boy after discovering allegations of financial misconduct by Diddy. Some even suggested that before Tupac's demise, he and Biggie had reconciled and were contemplating launching their own record label. In his initial post-Biggie's death interview, Diddy refuted claims of a financial motive and declined to speculate on the shooting's motive. When asked about theories circulating in Los Angeles, Diddy dismissed them, stating that speculating on the identity of the perpetrator or the motive would be imprudent. Although the prevailing belief implicated Suge Knight of Death Row Records as the mastermind behind Biggie's murder in retaliation for Tupac's death, suspicions lingered about Diddy's potential foreknowledge. An article published by Rolling Stone in December 2005 alleged Diddy's non-cooperation with the investigation and purportedly encouraging Bad Boy employees to follow suit. Valetta Wallace, Biggie's mother, expressed distrust in the police and insinuated that corrupt left officers concealed evidence related to her son's murder. Valetta not only doubted law enforcement, but had allegedly cautioned Biggie about Diddy in her memoir, stating, "I believe Sean loved my son. After he was dead, I used to tell Christopher all the time not to trust Sean." Significantly, Biggie reportedly had no plans to be in Los Angeles on the fateful night. Given the recent killing of Tupac, traveling to LA was considered perilous. Kirk Burroughs, a former executive at Bad Boy, revealed that Biggie was scheduled for an international press tour in London. However, Diddy called and directed him to remain in LA, altering the course of events. Gene Deal echoed similar sentiments, suggesting that Diddy knowingly jeopardized Biggie's life to safeguard himself in the aftermath of Tupac's death. Big was engaged in no legitimate enterprise. His physical condition hindered even basic mobility, rendering walking or running an insurmountable challenge. Instead, he found himself being pushed around in a wheelchair. Following the recent arrest of Keefe D, a former associate of Diddy and a member of the Southside Crips, for his alleged involvement in Tupac's murder, reports surfaced suggesting that Diddy offered a substantial sum of $1 million. Their task to eliminate both Tupac and Suge Knight. Lab detective Greg Kading stated that as far back as 1997, an informant had informed the police that Diddy had orchestrated both hits, a claim reportedly corroborated by Keefe later on. Before the tragic shooting, a confrontation occurred between Tupac and Orlando Anderson, the nephew of Keefe D, after Mike Tyson's fight at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. The dispute allegedly originated from Orlando stealing a death row chain from Traven Lane, a death row affiliate. Rumors circulated that Diddy planned to use this chain to provoke Suge Knight in a music video. While some argue that Tupac's murder might have been the result of a heated altercation, others remain convinced that it was not random. They believe that Diddy's $1 million offer to the Crips for targeting Suge and Tupac was a genuine proposal. Despite this, Diddy was never investigated over these allegations. After Tupac and Biggie's deaths, Diddy rebranded himself as Puff Daddy and attempted to reinvent his image as a rapper. However, trouble seemed to follow him incessantly. In a peculiar twist of fate, almost exactly 8 years after the 1991 Stampede, Diddy found himself involved in a nightclub shooting on December 2799 at Club New York in Times Square. While partying with his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and rapper Shine, who was signed to Bad Boy, an altercation erupted when Diddy accidentally knocked a drink out of someone's hand. The situation escalated into a shootout, with reports suggesting that some shots were fired from Diddy's gun. 3 people were injured, and a woman was shot in the face. In the ensuing chaos, Diddy and J-Lo fled in his '99 Lincoln Navigator, but were apprehended by the police for running a red light. A search of the car's trunk uncovered a stolen 9mm handgun, leading to the arrest of both Diddy and Jennifer. J-Lo spent 14 hours in a cell, marking a reported breaking point in their relationship. She parted ways with Diddy on Valentine's Day in 2001 and never glanced back. Diddy, on the other hand, faced 4 charges related to weapons and bribery of his driver to falsely claim ownership of the firearm. Simultaneously, Shine also faced arrest and charges for his role in the shooting. Shine, found guilty, served a 10-year prison term, while Diddy, aided by renowned lawyers Johnny Cochrane and Benjamin Braffman, evaded imprisonment. Later reports widely alleged that Diddy distanced himself from Shine and, as claimed by Gene Deal, coerced witnesses to testify against Shine. Some individuals making statements against Shine turned towards spirituality, with several Bad Boy artists embracing faith. Following the 1999 shooting, Diddy changed his stage name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy to disassociate from his criminal past. He continued to rebrand amidst various public controversies. In 2017, a year after adopting the name Love, Kim Porter, the mother of 3 of Diddy's 7 children, passed away at 47. Officially, Kim's cause of death was pneumonia complications, but skepticism arose, suggesting Diddy's involvement due to her rumored tell-all book. Industry insider Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z's former background singer, asserted that Kim's initial autopsy revealed poison traces, challenging the official cause of death. Jaguar also insinuated a pattern where people associated with Diddy who planned tell-all releases fell ill or died under suspicious circumstances. Notably, Cassie, filing a lawsuit against Diddy a day after the 5th anniversary of Kim's death, received public support from Jaguar. The insider disclosed that Kim had warned Cassie about Diddy before her demise, implying a connection to the unfolding events. Another individual who publicly asserted that Kim's demise wasn't due to pneumonia is her former spouse, Al B. Sure. Interestingly, Al B. Sure fell into a coma just months after posting about Kim's death as a murder. In July 2020, he shared a now-deleted video of himself in tears, stating, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I am unequivocally certain that Kimberly did not simply succumb suddenly to pneumonia." Albee appended the hashtag "Don't Let the Love Songs Fool You," seemingly alluding to Diddy's tributes to Kim. In November 2021, Albee posted a throwback photo with Kim, claiming she confided in him about running, and he advised her to contact the FBI. Albee added a comment, "You would never believe what she went through." Moving on to Cassie, she made a series of deeply disturbing allegations against Diddy in her lawsuit, alleging repeated beatings and coerced sexual encounters with other men. Diddy settled the lawsuit within 24 hours for an undisclosed sum. Although his lawyer, Ben Brafman, asserted the settlement wasn't an admission of guilt, the prevailing opinion is that Diddy settled to avoid the discovery phase in a potential trial. Subsequently, more evidence emerged seemingly confirming Diddy's history of violence against women, including a photo of Cassie that she originally shared in 2014 after a trip to Dubai with Diddy. Other women associated with Diddy have previously shared harrowing experiences. Diddy's ex, Gina Huhan, also known as Virginia V, disclosed in a 2019 interview that Diddy punched her in the head, bed, and stomped on her stomach. She recounted being pushed in his closet, falling to the ground, and him standing over her, punching the side of her head while she covered her face. Following Diddy's settlement with Cassie, 50 Cent insinuated that more victims would come forward against Diddy. In a now-deleted Instagram post, 50 Cent wrote, "He paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the shark saw the blood in the water. And here they come in 54,321, every woman he put his hand on." As of now, there is no active criminal investigation against Diddy, but fans online believe it's only a matter of time, heralding what could be the commencement of Diddy's well-deserved downfall. One fan expressed, "Going against someone as powerful as Diddy was no easy feat. I hope that Cassie is proud of speaking up and speaking out regardless, because she really did that, and her courage is going to be felt by so many other victims to come forward." This saga is far from its conclusion. It's a reckoning in progress. As one individual remarked, the repercussions are catching up, akin to chickens returning to roost. The unfolding demise of Diddy is a cause for satisfaction. His prolonged evasion of significant repercussions for the alleged acts of grooming, abuse, and intimidation towards emerging female and male artists has reached a turning point. More voices, both from women and men within the realms of music and entertainment, are surfacing to narrate their experiences. Share your sentiments in the comments if you resonate with this perspective. Are we truly witnessing the decline of Sean Diddy Combs? The current narrative surrounding Sean Diddy Combs hints at a profound unraveling, a saga refusing to meet its final chapter. Echoing sentiments about consequences catching up, likened to the return of proverbial chickens to the roost. There's a palpable satisfaction in witnessing the culmination of Diddy's prolonged reign without facing substantial accountability. Allegations of grooming, abuse, and threats directed at budding female and male artists are now converging into a critical juncture. The gratification stems not only from the unfolding downfall but from the emerging courage of voices within the music and entertainment industry. Both women and men are stepping forward, adding their narratives to a collective tale of resilience and resistance. It signifies a growing movement, a seismic shift towards dismantling the culture of impunity that has shielded figures like Diddy for too long. The comment section, a virtual arena of shared perspectives, awaits the thoughts of those navigating this narrative. Are we truly at the juncture where Sean Diddy Combs, once an unassailable force, faces a precipitous decline? The script of his legacy is no longer static. It's a dynamic interplay of accountability, justice, and the collective strength of those who have long remained in the shadows. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to share your thoughts on Diddy's life.